Ooh, that was easy. Easy peasy. I always think it's going to be more difficult than it is to go live, especially when I haven't done it in a while. Hello, hello. Still a few things. Okay, okay. Nice. I looked back on my channel and as soon as we go live, what the air condition pops on. I want to have this pillow over here. There we go. As soon as I go live, the air condition pops on, which we're going to let it pop on. We're not going to turn it off. We're going to leave that just the way it is. Hello, happy Wednesday. I looked back on my channel and it has been 8 months since I've done a live, and it's probably been at least that long since I've talked about self care here on my channel. I cannot believe it's been that long because it's something I'm talking about constantly in my real life with my girlfriends and stuff like that. I'm always talking about self care. It's something that I write in my planner every week. It's something that I'm always practicing as well. I think it has been so long because I've been struggling with self care. I've been struggling with my routine, struggling to get things back on track because I've been having such a difficult, difficult time at work. Work has been pure hell, and that's the only way I can describe it. I was debating about going live to talk about it and just to tell you guys what I've been doing to get myself back on track. But I was still very much in a state of having this high anxiety, even having anger, so much anger inside of me based on just how difficult work has been. So I thought, well, I'll wait till September to go live when I kind of calm down, when my nervous system is kind of calmed down a little bit. But I was at the chiropractor on Monday. So I got off work on Monday. I worked from home. I went to the chiropractor and I was sitting in the waiting area waiting for my turn to be seen. And the chiropractor usually she has an incredible practice, so it's not really crowded ever in there. And so typically I never, only twice, and I've been going to her for over a year, probably almost 2 years now, and only twice has another, no, three times, I take it back, three times has another patient spoken to me. And I go once a month at least, sometimes more. Well, on Monday, I sat down and the man goes, "Are you here for Technic?" And I was like, I'm sorry, what? He was like, "For Technic, like looking down on your phone all the time. Is that why you're here?" I was like, no, I've been going to chiropractor since I was like 12. I have TMJ syndrome. And he was like, "Oh, is that from grinding your teeth?" I was like, "Well, yeah." He was like, "You're always in fight or flight." I was like, "Dude, what is up with him?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, how do you resolve it? Do you fight? You just fight? And I was like, "Yeah, I'm more of a fighter than a flighter." He was like, "Yeah, man." He would start talking about how stressed he was and how life has been for him and how he has moved from a big city. He said he's lived in big city most of the time. Then he moved to the kind of country, the woods of Tennessee, and he's just trying to escape all the chaos and the goings on in the world. And so the chiropractor goes, "Tracy, you can come lay down." And I was laying down. He was like, "Oh, it's your turn." I was like, "Okay." So then while I was laying down, the chiropractor's in the other room helping someone else. He was talking to me, you guys, over the wall, like we was at the house. Like he knew me. Like he was in such a high state of anxiety that I just felt like he just thought to himself, the first person that listens to me or can talk to me or relate to me, I'm gonna talk to him, because our conversation did get very expansive very quickly. And when I got home, I thought, no, I'm gonna go live this week, because if this stranger is feeling like this, then my sisters are feeling the same way. My community that way, we are all feeling this way. We're feeling this. Hey, Keela, we're all feeling this high state of anxiety. And he was talking about self care. He was talking about different things that he's doing to care for himself better and his family better. One of the things he said he does, he turns his internet off at night. And I was like, well, I have my phone on airplane mode quite a bit. So we're talking about getting back to ourselves, getting back to basics with him trying to move to the country. He was like, I'm trying to get back to, where I can actually hear nature outside versus having one of those machines to listen to nature. I was like, yeah, what's up with the machines listening to having to listen to nature through a machine? And so we're talking about that. And I was like, I didn't say this to him, but it's one of the things I thought about almost immediately was we are always looking for the easy way out or the quickest way. We cook our foods in a microwave, an Instapot. I have an air fryer, and we're always looking for the fastest way, the quickest way. And ain't none like a good made from scratch pound cake. Hear me? My grandmother, rest her soul, made the best pound cake. I haven't had one as good as she's made it, especially not vegan, since she's passed away. But watching my grandmother take her time and kind of use a measuring cup, kind of not using measuring cups, and make these beautiful pies that she would make during the holiday season that she would actually make a little bit of income from, really got me to thinking about how we want everything to be so fast. But the reality of it is that if you are anything like me and you're on a self-care journey based on the fact that you're trying to save yourself, like I was really unwell, so I'm trying to save myself, and self-care along with going with the doctors felt like the best thing to do, and it really has changed my health and how I feel. And I didn't get that way fast. I didn't just wake up one day and just had all these ailments. It took time, it was gradual. My body sent me signals that I chose to ignore. So, what makes us think that we're going to end it fast, right? If we was to snap our finger, I went to get my nails done, I had a manicure, and I had one of those fancy lattes. That's my self care. And it doesn't work like that. You have to take time and show yourself some grace. And also, too, if certain parts of self care that are traditional, like going to get your nails done for me, causes me anxiety, so I don't go get my nails done, that's not self care for me. That's something else. That's it's self infliction of pain and stress. So if those things don't work for you, then don't do those things. Take some time and feel what it's like when you are experiencing a moment that is the best for you. What makes you feel so good? What makes your heart swell? What makes you smile? What makes your nervous system calm down? What allows you to breathe? What takes the noise out of your head? How are you responding to certain things that traditionally might not be considered self care because they're not Instagrammable, right? One of the things that happened to me recently is my cousin came to town. My cousin, his wife, and his two children came to town. They were going to Nashville Shores for the day, and they stopped by here to like use my house like as their hotel for the day, which was so special to me. I love so much. And so we had the experience of when I got off work, they had a key. They came over and they took a shower, and I hung out with them, and then we went to dinner. And my cousin's wife and I laughed. We did have a margarita with one of them bottles of wine in it. Have y'all seen the Vino Ritas at the Mexican restaurant? You know how they have the margarita, they put the Corona in it, but they have them now where they put the little wine bottle in it. So this margarita had a little sangria in it, but we got to laughing and we got to like crying, laughing, and the kids was looking at us, and my cousin was looking at us, and we were sitting across the table from each other, and we were just having a good time. And having my cousin be there, he's one of my favorite people in the world, and so his family is my favorite as well. And so that deep belly laugh of the release of all the stress I had been under at work that day, because I had to go and campus that day, that was the kind of self-care that we don't talk about enough, right? We don't talk about those moments of self care that just allow you to breathe. When I was at the chiropractor Monday, she was talking to me about getting myself out of fight or flight mode. She was like, "You're gonna breathe in on a 4 count and you breathe out on an 8 count." And so I did that the other day when I was having a really rough day at work. It was Tuesday, as a matter of fact, this yesterday. I went outside and I took my shoes off and I planted my feet in the ground. And there was a moment, there was a little piece of campus where students are not back yet. So it was just kind of a little quiet. Took myself out of that fight or flight mode. I did the so you breathe in on the 4 count and you breathe out on the 8 count. That's self-care. That's self-care. Hey Malika. Hey ladies. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you. You're not late. Hey Keish. You're not late. You're not late. Um, those things are not quick. Those things are not microwavable. Those things take time. It takes time for you to know what the right kind of self care is for you. So that has led me to what I want to talk about tonight. Yeah, why was the intro so long? Girl. Okay. By the way, I'm drinking tea this evening. I'm drinking Stay Well by Bigelow. I have it here just in my little teacup. I had an extraction done the other day, so I'm not 100% from the extraction. So if you see me favoring this side of my mouth, that's just what it is. And I'm not in pain, but I am in discomfort. Anyway, as you're navigating it back on your self care program, don't forget to show yourself some grace and show yourself some kindness, right? Because I have some notes here. Because I can't remember everything. Ooh, if y'all knew what was going on at work. Okay. Put my glasses on so I can see my notes. Show yourself some kindness, show yourself some grace. You didn't get this way overnight, you're not going to fix it overnight. Okay, so just understand that we all fall off sometime, and this is just a system, right? This is a system that you can turn off and turn back on. You don't you're not going to do the same self-care every day anyway. So the day my family was here, I could have been coloring, I could have been um doing any number of self-care things. Could have done a panic pedicure, a manicure, those traditional kind of self-care things, but having that family time, having love, allowing love and giving yourself love. Ooh, 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 that's like one of my favorite forms of self-care. Okay. So just allow yourself to take the time to journal when moments feel good to you. Like if you're around certain people and they light you up and they feel good, it feels good to you. Journal about that and then allow yourself to be around them again. That's a incredible form of self-care. But back to the basic, there's just kind of like five things that I had to get back to earlier. Ladies, if you're just joining, I was just telling them how work has been hell, hell. Y'all and my supervisor leaving me. I ain't gonna make it. I need y'all to collect to get some bail money together because I ain't gonna make it. Okay, we're gonna talk about that right now. We're not gonna talk about that right now. Okay. Number one, with me getting back to my self care place is remembering who I am. Let me tell y'all something. Memphis Tracy has showed up. She ain't had no choice. What I mean by that is when I lived in in Memphis, where I was born and raised, I fought all the time. Not necessarily physically, like with my fists or anything like that, but with my words, with my actions. Everything that I had to do was just a fight to not be bothered, not be messed with, not be harassed, not be assaulted. It was just a constant fight. And when I moved here to Nashville, I'll never forget my very first job. One of the sweetest people, I always think about her name was Tiffany. We worked together. And she was like, Tracy, let's go to lunch. So we went to lunch in the cafeteria one day. She was like, Tracy, you're not in Memphis anymore. You don't have to fight all the time. I was like, what are you talking about? Because fighting was just such a part of who I am. And she was like, it's just not like that here in Nashville. You just don't have to fight all the time. And so I took that and I held it for a while, and I noticed that I didn't have to fight all the time. So I kind of got to this place where I just didn't fight all the time. But lately at work, the practice of remembering who I am, that I have set boundaries for myself. You're not going to talk to me like that. You're not finna walk all over me. You're not finna be passive aggressive. Getting back to who I am to set them boundaries. That is a very useful form of self care for me, to not let what's been happening at work to continue. So just remembering who I am, which leads me to my second thing, remembering what my goals are. My goals are not to be a person that fights all the time. I don't want to do that. Who wants to do want to do that? I don't want to do that. I had to pull out my planner that has my goals in it. And I also had to pull out this is my very elementary, very basic. This is a happy planner that I didn't use all the pages. So I took it and I made my own vision board. My vision board, this is like a vision book. So here is me traveling, having some spa days, hanging out. These the girlfriends. We going to the spa, y'all. All y'all in this chat is the girlfriends. And we going to the spa. You see my little Peyton, she got her. We hanging out. Like this, I had so much fun creating this extremely basic elementary book till I had to pull it out the other week. I was like, wait, I am putting a lot of my precious time and energy into this job when let me pull out this vision board. Is career on this thing? Mm-mm. Travel in there, money in there, but you don't necessarily have to make money at this job. I can make money at any job. I can make money with a business. I can make money with a sugar daddy. I can make money. So why am I giving all of this energy to this job? Why am I giving the best and the worst of me to this job? This is not on my goals list. This is not in my vision board. Let's go back to the basics and see what my goals are. My goals, number one, is to heal my physical body, my actual physical body, get myself out of pain with the help of my massage therapist, my chiropractor, my doctors, get out of this physical pain so that I can live my best life. My goal is to live my best life. So let's go back to that, see what those goals are. And now, how can I create a space for myself where I am actually accomplishing these goals that I've set for myself to live my best life? I told you guys in one of my previous videos what I had been doing in my weekly planner is putting work, my task I had to do at work, and then putting everything I had to do for my life after that. Mm, mm, mm. I'm not career driven. So why is work the first thing in my planner? Why is my health my largest goal? Why is that not the first thing that I see when I open my planner for the week? My financial goal on the side, and during the top every single day, what the first thing I should see is what is my health goal? What are my goals for me? What is my self-care goals for myself? Getting my body back together. So now the first thing I write in my planner is what days I'm going to work out. On the days I work from home, I go on a 30-minute hilly walk and I come back and I do 10 minutes of Pilates. This is difficult because Pilates don't be playing. And that's a hilly walk out there. But it's the first thing I do, and I do it outside while the weather is nice. I put up a short today of my morning walk this morning. Yo, my morning walk this morning was magical. I was like, "Am I Alice in the Wonderland?" This is so freaking cool. Ducks were everywhere. There were tons of birds flying over the sky. I saw a total of 4 deer. One of them could have been the same one. I don't know, but I feel like it was 4 different deer, 4 different deer, and the sky was so beautiful. And I had my headphones in my ear, and I was listening to Sade, but I had her really low because I wanted to hear nature too. And at one point, I just turned her off and started talking to God. And I just loved this morning. This morning was so awesome. And I was so happy that I took little snippets of it so I could look back at it later. It was just such a beautiful morning. I put myself first. My health came first today. That is my number one self care goal. And I had a good day. I'm not going to say today wasn't difficult. There was a lot going on because the movers are on campus. They were moving some things, but I still had a good day. That's how you get back to the basics, you guys. You just remember what your goals are. And when you set your planner up, you set those things in your planner first. There are always going to be so many things that come up in your life that causes you to lose track of your goals, and that's just going to happen. That's just life, but it's up to you how long you allow that to linger. It was up to me of how long I allowed my lie, the job to suck. The job, I told someone today, I said, I feel like my happiness light, one of my happiness light bulbs have been extinguished, and I got to figure out how to turn it back on. This is an electrical issue. This is not just putting another light bulb in. Hey, Siobhan, this is an electrical issue. Like, I have to figure out how to turn that happiness light bulb back on. But in the meantime, I'm gonna care for myself while I do it. So, number one, remember who the I am. Number two, I went back to my goals and I started planning my days differently. I started planning for myself first. And then number three, it's the habits, y'all. It's the habits and the routines. It's the habit of that planner every week. My planner for me feels the way standing on the ground in my bare feet. It grounds me. It's a place where I can always come back to remember and to know what I'm supposed to be doing and how to accomplish that. It's those habits of I get up earlier now. I get up earlier because I want to start doing my walks on the days I actually go into work so I can have that peace and then the exhale and that quiet time with God before I go into the office. So I've been every week, every Sunday, I set my timer back 5 more minutes. I was waking up at 5:45 on the days I go into the office and just rolling out of bed, grudgingly going in there and doing my thing. I've been wearing pants every day, y'all. It's been a mess. Anyway, I have been doing that, but now I'm up to 5:25 a.m. That's the perfect time for me to get up, take a deep breath, drink some water, and then go outside and do the work I need to do for me before I go into the office because I am the most important thing in my life. With or without a relationship, I am the most important thing in my life. So that habit of every week, son, I'm gonna get it right. 5:25 is not quite early enough for me to do it during the days I go to the office, but I'm gonna get it right, y'all. I'm gonna get it right. My weekend routine, I'm working on it now because it's still not quite right. I'm getting my groceries on Sunday and meal prepping on Sunday, which is tiring. Even though the groceries come to me, I don't go get them. It's still tiring because you got to cook a lot of stuff, and then you got to wash the dishes. I'm trying to get that down to an hour, but what I think I'm really gonna have to do is I think I'm gonna have to move the groceries to Saturday. And I've gotten like a Saturday cleaning routine down where I hit the basic areas that look really good so that I feel very comfortable with people coming over. I feel very comfortable having company at any time. I don't feel like, oh my God, I got to move stuff around. So that's been going really, really well. Like really well. Like my cleaning routine has been going really well. We ain't there, we ain't perfect, which we're not gonna be, but it's going really well. And then just my evening routine really sets me up for that successful day. So, going back to the basics of just those habits and routines that you need to have every week to make your days better, it's just really been so good and so important to me and has really, really been so helpful. The fourth thing that I really did to get back to basics, now this is gonna be quiet time. So, I love my quiet time, which is weird because I live alone. You would think I would be sick of quiet time, but no, I'm not. I work with very entitled professors, so I need all the quiet time I can get. Um, I love being with my planner, and lately I've been sharing it with you guys, a little bit more because it's just something that makes me so stinking happy laying stickers down on a page. Why is it so fun? It's so fun. And my little coloring book collection is growing. Coloring in my color book is one of my favorite hobbies. Doing my nails, which I am trying to I have a brand that I found that I wanna get some nail art pieces from because I wanna try to start doing a little bit of nail art, that's fun. Playing in makeup is another one of my favorite hobbies, and these all things that are kinda quiet and allow me to focus on the task that I'm doing versus everything else that's going on around me. So it allows me to be quiet, and it's interesting how I can feel my breath a little bit more now. Like I can feel myself breathing a little bit more. Whereas before I was just like, you just kind of skim through the day. But now when I'm coloring, I'm like, okay, because I have this Idris Elba coloring book. And you know when you coloring Idris Elba, you can't be coloring too far out the lines. You got to get that right. So I'm like, it's just me and you, Idris. So we got this, baby. And it just allows me to be quiet and calm. And it is one of my most favorite self-care activities. Is just getting back into my hobbies. My coloring books have been collecting dust. You guys, I got this the other day from Amazon. This is how serious I done got about my coloring, y'all. This is like one of those color pencil cases. This has 4 slots. Let me see if I can show you one of them. I did this the other night. I had so much fun doing this. Let's see if this is the one. This is one I can show y'all this. These are my markers. How pretty. So I sat down and I went to the Crayola website and I was like, I need to put these in order so they could look good. And then I also have my color pencils in here because I love coloring with color pencils too. Yeah, just setting this up the other night was fun. It had to be quiet, had to pay attention, had to see what the colors were so I could get them in order. How sweet is this? Yes, I love this. This is so much fun, y'all. So just sitting down, that's what I mean when I said earlier about choosing self-care activities that actually work for you. Like, I am not a crafter, but I love coloring and I love playing with stickers. I have a friend named Michelle. Y'all, she has the most amazing craft room you've ever seen, and she makes the most beautiful crafts. I have a wreath that's in my bathroom right now that she made me at Christmas. It just happened to match the bathroom, so I leave it up all year round. That she makes birthday cards, she makes all her own cards, and she's also really big into scrapbooking. Those things don't interest me, but that is Michelle's happy place. What is your happy place? If you are able to type in the chat, what is your favorite hobby activity to do? It could be just going to a coffee shop, to a new coffee shop, a new restaurant with your friends. It could be, ain't nothing wrong with that. Whatever it is that makes you feel good, type it in the description box and share it with some people. Let people know what your favorite thing is. Coloring, playing with my planner stickers. Yeah, I'm still trying to get this focaccia right. I don't even know if I'm saying it right because I'm not Italian. The bread that I be making sometimes, I don't have it just right yet, but I still be trying, y'all. And it's one of my favorite things to do once a month to get in there. I'm trying to learn how to do that. And I'm also trying to learn how to make a really good vegan cornbread so I can make a really good dressing for Thanksgiving. That's another thing I'm really, really into. So speaking of all those things, so getting back to the basics. So step number 5 for me was to nourish my body. Y'all knew that was coming, right? Y'all knew I was gonna say something about drink some water. Y'all knew I was gonna talk some more about working out. Y'all knew that. Y'all knew it. Nourishing my body has been so incredible for just feeling better. Like at work, lately I've been skipping lunch on the days that I go into the building because I'm in such a heightened state of anxiety that it's more important for me to go outside and walk in the grass than to eat in that moment. I can just eat when I get home. But my nourishing my body has been so incredibly good for me. I have been playing around with so many seasonings and spices lately. I've been making golden milk myself. One of my favorite professors doesn't work there anymore. She moved out of state, and we used to get, I would walk with her to Frothy Monkey, and she would get like just a regular latte or a coffee, and I would always get like a golden latte, which is just like a turmeric heavy latte. And I've kind of figured out my own little recipe here at home. So I've been making myself golden milks lately. And those warming spices, like a lot of paprika, a lot of curry powder lately. I've kind of just like been every time I go to the store, I would get a different spice, and I've just been kind of adding it to different foods. And I've been cooking so much more, which is always my entire life has been one of my favorite hobbies. I legitimately wanted to be a chef when I was growing up. So having been cooking again and using all these different spices has lightened my spirits so much. It has really helped me get back to those wonderful self-care practices that I have been doing, and also drinking lemon ginger water. So instead of like buying a head of ginger, I've been buying frozen ginger cubes and just squeezing some fresh lemon and putting those in my water. I'm probably gonna start making some lemon ice cubes. I need to get a mold so I can start squeezing my lemon juice in the ice tray. Excuse me, y'all, and putting that into my lemon as well. So I just pour hot water over it. Every morning I've been having my lemon ginger tea. And I went to Sprouts Farmers Market, baby, got me some lentils. Lentils are just my favorite. And I have been having lentils almost every single week. Another thing I've been doing is like you guys know, I get a massage like once every 3 months. And when I do that, I always go to the sauna and just sweat out all those toxins. And y'all, the way the weather's been set up in the mornings when I do my morning walk, you're gonna be sweating. Like legitimately this morning, I was like, what's on my face? I was like, what's on my face? Girl, I was sweating. I was like, dang. And when I come back in this house trying to do them Pilates exercise, I be huffing and puffing and blowing the house down. Okay. I don't care. This morning, it was really funny to me because I noticed it. I was like, uh oh, I'm going to have to figure out another exercise in the morning because this walk was super easy today. I was sweating, but it was super easy today. That Pilates exercise that I be doing on YouTube, that didn't get easy. But the walk was easier this morning. I was like, uh oh, I'm going to have to find another way because I want to still challenge myself every day. And just really drinking water, taking care of my skin. I've been doing that like so faithfully lately, giving myself that morning skincare, the afternoon skincare. It's really just been doing so well. And I don't want to just talk about the physical body, I want to talk about the mental body too and the emotional body. I have been really focusing on changing some things about my personality that I just don't like, and that I've noticed that when I don't do certain things that I just feel better in my physical body because I'm not doing something bad to my mental or emotional body. So don't forget those parts either. Don't forget that at all. Ooh, cooking, yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure, for sure, for sure. Cooking does bring you so much joy, especially when you're making something really good. I have run out of curry powder. I feel like I probably had that curry powder for a year, and then over the last couple of months, I've been using it all the time, running out of it. But one of my favorite places to go to get seasoning and spices is Marshall's or TJ Maxx. I don't have a Home Goods near me, and I haven't been in a long time. I need to grab my friend Keish. Oh yes, Keish, you've been riding your bike to the trail. So you told me that. You told me that, but Keish. I'm supposed to get on the bike too. I've been thinking about it ever since we you were talking about you were and you I was like, Keish, that's a long way. Am I supposed to get on the bike when we go together? And also we need to go to Home Goods. Because I want to look and see what kind of seasoning spices they have. And I want to look for some fall decor. So this needs to be our next friend date. Yeah. So just also too, don't neglect when you're talking about nourishing your body. Do not neglect your good girlfriends. Don't neglect your good guy friends. Don't neglect having those beautiful conversations with your moms. Don't neglect your familiar relationships, your intimate relationships. I don't know how I would be alive without my cousins. Listen, no, for real. I'm thinking about an instance right now. I was actually in the hospital and the doctors were tripping. My cousin stepped to them. I would literally be my mom was like, Paula went out there and talked to them. They fixing it. I was like, what you doing here? I'm half dead in the bed. She's like, Paula went out there, she fixed it. Like I would legitimately be dead for one of my cousins. Do not sleep on your familial relationships when it comes to nourishing your body. Everything that you do matters. So just practice intention If you're struggling with your self-care like I have been for the last couple of months, I have been sitting here as your reminder to remind you to get back to those basics. Remember who you are, revisit your goals. What is it we talk about? Remember who you are, revisit your goals, get these habits in order, and play. Play so much more and then nourish your body. That's what I was sitting here to tell y'all today. That's all I have to tell y'all. It took me 30 minutes to tell y'all that though. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I really do. Y'all is a real one. Whenever I go live and one person show up, I'll be like, oh my goodness, we're best friends now. Every single time. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. You made my whole night. I've been so excited to go live today. I was this morning, I was like, no, I can't go live this morning. I'm working. I can't do it. I had a lot of work to do. It was a lot. I was like, I'm working. I was like, I can't wait. I was like, I wanted to make sure you guys were after I had my dinner because I wanted to be completely focused on you guys. I didn't want to be hungry. I wanted just to have this time. So if you like this 7 o'clock on Wednesdays, we'll keep it here. I don't know if I'll be able to do it every single week, but if you just continue to watch the community tab, I will post on the Wednesdays that I know. I'll try to post on that Monday before so you guys will know and we can just keep it like this because this is really just the best time for me, the best day and time for me. Hopefully, my schedule will be changing soon. Even if I don't work from home on Wednesdays anymore, then I can still 7 o'clock is still a good time. It's very unlikely I'll be at anybody's job at 7 p.m. So I think this is a really good time. And I also think it's a really nice kind of middle of the week to kind of refresh with one another and see, check in and see how we're all doing. And then we can just be better for ourselves with ourselves. You guys are amazing. I love you so much. And I will see you in my next video, which will be Saturday. It's already filmed, it's already edited, and it's already uploaded. And it's already set to go live at 10 a.m. on Saturday. So I will see you then. Bye, beautiful.